But Paytm, we were just talking about that. That's come out with with its numbers. Let me take it across to Gaurav and help dissect the numbers for us.
Well, yes. When it comes to Paytm, when we look at the stock performance, it is up in trade today, and there are two main reasons. First is that Paytm has actually turned EBITDA positive if we exclude that ESOP cost, and second is that the management has now said that Paytm will also turn profitable in Q1FY26. So first, let's understand the numbers. When we look at revenue, that increased only by 1% on a sequential basis, but let's not forget that in this quarter, Paytm actually reported UPI incentive gain worth 70 crore rupees, and as a result, when we talk about the contribution margin, there we have seen an uptick of around more than 170 basis point on a sequential basis. Other than that, a key highlight for this quarter was that ESOP, and if we exclude the ESOP cost, EBITDA has turned into a positive number of around 11 crore rupees, and if we include that UPI incentive of 70 crore rupees, now EBITDA positivity is as high as 80 crore rupees for the quarter. Other than that, when we look at profitability for the company, now although company has actually reported losses of around 22 crore rupees, if we exclude the exceptional items in this quarter, let's not forget that in this quarter, Paytm actually reported exceptional item worth 490 crore rupees regarding the ESOP cost and around 30 crore rupees towards the other impairment charges. And as a result, when we look at the actual reported number for profitability, Paytm reported losses of around 545 crore rupees. When we look at the numbers, those are actually higher than what the street is expecting in terms of EBITDA and profitability. And lastly, company is also saying that the profitability, the losses in terms of the profitability of the company has now gone down, and that is actually going to be sustainable because reduction in ESOP cost is going to be there. Other than that, operating leverage will also play out in terms of profitability. And the key highlight once again is going to be that Paytm said that they will turn into a profitable company in Q1 FY26. In fact, they have also reiterated their growth guidance of around 30 to 35% in terms of top line and around 10 to 15 to 20% in terms of EBITDA. So definitely a very positive commentary from management also. And on back of this, we saw a very positive uptick in the stock price today.
All right, thank you so much for that, Gaurav, for outlining the numbers that Paytm actually posted, and the stock is on a tear since the word goes 6.5% or rather almost 7% uptick coming in for Paytm.